Okay, Peah, Perek Bet, Mishnah Aleph. So we learned in previous Mishnayot, this pasuk that we keep coming back to, about Peah itself. It says, Lo techale pe'at tzadcha. You're not allowed to cut down the Peah, the corner of your field. So the question is, so it has to be one field. That's not the question, that's what the Mishnah says. It has to be one field. You can't take off Peah for more than one field. You have to take off Peah for each field in and of itself on its own. So this is what our Mishnah is going to talk about. The next few Mishnah are going to discuss this issue of what's the difference between one field or two fields. What makes it one field that you have to leave a Peah, or two fields that you don't? Says the Mishnah. These are mafsik. Lafsik means to interrupt between one field and another for Peah. That makes each field into a separate field. Because you can be a farmer. I live in Yad Binyamin. These farmers have tremendous amounts of fields. So where does it leave the Peah? What distinguishes between one field and the next in order to make it an individual field? Hanachal. Okay, if you have a stream in between. V'hashlulit. Shlulit is a water tributary. It's an aqueduct kind of thing. It's a dug drainage ditch that they used in order to bring water from to the field. B'derech hayachid, or an individual path. B'derech harabim, or if you have a public wayfare between the two sides of a field, those are two fields. Ushvil harabim, similarly the field that many people go through. Okay, derech rabim is a public road. It's 16 amot. Shvil harabim is a path in the fields that many people use. That's public use. Ushvil hayachid hakavu b'yemot habchama u'b'yemot hagashamim. Or it's an individual path, okay, that's established, that's there both in the rainy season and in the sunny season. The sunny season, yemot hachama. Sunny season, that's not when you're growing. But if you had it in the sunny season but not in the rainy season, you planted through it, then that wouldn't be considered a path. Just so you know, derech hayachid, the Kati says, is 4 amot wide. Derech harabim is 16 amot wide. The shvil is just a path that's used either for the community, for a number of people, or for the individuals, but it's there on a permanent basis. Habor, if a field is divided by a pit. V'hanir, a nir is if you have a field, and then nir is a sadech charusha. It's a plowed field in between. Or zera acher. If I have one field, but one part of it I planted one produce, and another part I planted corn, and another part I planted wheat. V'hakotzer lashachat mafsik. What happens if I cut lashachat? If I cut before the field is ready, but I do it, lashachat means for the feeding of the animals. So therefore I have corn, and I need to feed my animals corn, so I cut down a part of my field in the middle, I cut down a chunk in order to feed the cows. Says the Mishnah, mafsik divrei Rabbi Meir. V'chachamim omrim, eino mafsik ela im ken charash. Chachamim argue and say, no, if I'm kotzer lashachat, if I cut down, that's not a hefsek. That's just considered, I started cutting down my field. It doesn't cut my field into two. But if I charash, if I plowed, then that's considered a hefsek. So therefore, and that would split my field from one field into two fields, and that I have to give Peah for each field on an individual basis. As always, if you have comments or questions, email me at rspolter@gmail.com. Have a great day.